What's up everybody, it's your girl Somethingflava back at it again with another DIY. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to transform your old, dusty, boring t-shirts into a brand new, really cute shirred crop top. Perfect for extending the life of your old t-shirts, saving the planet because now you don't gotta throw anything away, and just looking really cute, okay? So without further ado, let's get right into the video.
Somethingflava.
In order to have enough fabric to shirr, I did end up using 2 t-shirts. And only using the backs of the t-shirts, I basically made a really big rectangle. So I placed my ruler right in front of the 2 arm seams. And using my tailor's chalk, I drew 2 straight lines going all the way down the shirt. So this area, this 13 inches in between the lines that we drew, is going to be the length from top to bottom of our crop top. And this measurement going across of 23 inches is going to be the width of the front of the shirt. And in order to figure out how wide you need to make your shirt, all you need to do is take your bust measurement and multiply that by 1.5 or even 2 if you're scared it's going to be too tight. So in my case, my bust measurement is 32 inches. So multiplied by 1.5, I need to make my piece a total of 48 inches wide. So once you got your measurements and your lines drawn, cut that out only on the top layer of fabric, and we're going to save the front for a later project. Then taking just the back of your second dusty t-shirt, use the front piece as the template to cut out the back piece. Place the front piece and back piece right sides facing together and sew a zigzag stitch down the one side. And once these pieces are attached, it's going to give us our full 48 inches width that we need in order to have enough fabric to shirr. Once the pieces are attached, we have to hem the top and bottom of the crop top. So on the wrong side, open up the middle seam and fold over the raw edge, pin it down, and once the whole thing is pinned, we're going to sew straight stitches all the way down the top and the bottom. And let's be honest, nobody likes to hem and nobody wants to watch this part. So now would be a perfect time to do me a favor and go subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so that you get notifications and don't miss out on any of my videos, and I love you forever. Now that everything's hemmed, we're just going to draw our lines where we're going to shirr the fabric. I took my tailor's chalk and on the right side of the fabric, I started drawing in my lines. I wanted to have a little bit of a ruffle at the top, so I did start my lines an inch down from the top, and then at that point I started drawing them every half inch all the way down, leaving a few inches at the bottom for another ruffle. And this part, it isn't necessary. If you can sew completely straight perfect lines, then go you could skip this part, but for the rest of us, we're gonna draw in these lines. And once everything is mapped out, take your ruler and connect your lines as straight as you can, and then transfer them all the way down to the rest of the top. And then when you get down to your last line, give yourself a round of applause because you deserve it. But we're not finished yet. We have to sew our straight lines going all the way down. But before we start sewing, we have to switch out the bobbin thread for elastic thread. I got mine off of Amazon, so I will leave a link in the description below to the exact product so you can get it too. But grab your bobbin spool, and we have to hand thread this elastic in that bobbin. We've been really spoiled with these automatic threaders and everything. We have to take it back, and we have to do things the old-fashioned way by hand. This little wheelie spinny method seemed to be the best way to do it, especially for those of us who wear nails. But just to give you a heads up, do put a good amount of elastic on there, because I did end up having to re-thread this like 3 times throughout the project, so just put a good amount on there. Replace the old bobbin with the new bobbin with the elastic thread, and then thread your machine just like you normally would. And then on your machine, adjust your stitch length to the longest you have. I needed to adjust my tension a little bit. It's different for every machine, so just play around on some scrap fabric and switch the stitch type to a straight stitch. Then when you're ready to start sewing, just sew exactly how you normally would. Just make sure you're sewing on the right side, and the elastic is going to start scrunching up the fabric as you go. And you can see here that I only have one line sewn, and the elastic is already doing its job. As you keep sewing your lines, the fabric is going to keep bunching up and getting smaller as you go. Don't be pulling the fabric, sewing down your lines. Just kind of smooth it out as it goes under the presser foot, and your sewing machine is going to do the rest of the work for you. All we really have to do is just mind our business and sew our lines straight. That's all we have to do. We don't gotta worry about nothing else because the machine got our back. Once I got down to my 15th line, I decided to stop because I liked the way that it looked with the longer ruffle on the bottom. But you can continue sewing your lines if you would like to finish off the piece. It's all down to personal preference. And even though I did backstitch on the ends of each stitch, on some of them I did still end up tying a knot on the elastic just to make sure everything was super secured. And this is what our crop top is looking like. She should look about 2 sizes too small due to the shirring, but it's okay because she does stretch. But you can see our nice threaded lines on the right side of the fabric and our nice straight elastic thread on the wrong side of the fabric. So now to attach the other side, we're just going to fold the top right sides facing and sew a zigzag stitch all the way down the side. Then when everything is sewn together, just take your scissors and snip off all these extra string pieces. And then to really get her to shirr and look nice and professional, we're gonna grab the iron and steam her up. The heat from the steam is what's gonna make the elastic shrink up, so you're really gonna get that ruched effect. And then the water from this is also going to take away all the lines from our tailor's chalk. And boom, this is our final product. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. This transformation has been one of my favorites definitely so far. To think that this started off as 2 dusty old t-shirts is almost unbelievable. But as always, leave me a comment and a thumbs up if you liked the video, subscribe to my channel for more DIYs, and thank you so much for watching.